Picture the scene, you've just finished a full day wheeling, tires are deflated, sun's going down, all you want is a cold beer and a camp chair. But to get back to camp, you got to put air in the tires. Now, depending on your setup, that could take you 10 minutes, or it could feel like you're blowing up a bouncy castle with a bicycle pump. Today, we're diving into air systems and seeing what really works best for you. Now, do you really need that 4-tire inflation system, or is it just campfire brag material? Let's find out. There are many different air compressors to choose from. What we've got today, we've got 3 different types completely. So this is a portable air compressor. It comes with a tank. We've also got a single ARB compressor that's hard mounted into Andy's engine bay, and I've got a dual ARB compressor that's mounted into my under tray toolbox. So we're going to try all 3 and see what happens, what's fastest, what's the best to use, and also then we're going to do the same thing with the Tracks, the Indflate 4-hose model, and just see how good, if that is faster or not, because everybody says that the air compressor is working as hard as it can, and that shouldn't be any faster, that should be the same. But I actually think the valve is the bottleneck, and that the air compressor should be able to punch out some more air into 4 valves faster than it can punch out all the air into 1 valve. So we're going to test that too. But let's see what this looks like. We'll take it out of the box and I'll show you the other 2 that we're dealing with today too. All right, first cab off the rank. This is the portable 12-volt air compressor that comes with a tank. I actually love the idea of a tank. This will be able to be disconnected from it if you want to just use the air compressor on its own. Benefits of this is it'll build up the pressure in the air tank over time, so when you want to use it, it's going to come out really hard. It's going to come out fast. It's going to be able to run air tools, pump up tires really quickly until it depletes the air in the tank. Then the compressor is going to kick in and have to work it hard. It does come with a braided steel hose, so the air will compress into the tank, and it comes with another nice length of hose with a digital air inflator, and obviously the crocodile clips that will go straight onto the battery. Now, you could store this in a canopy easily and just strap it down somewhere. A little bit bigger than the other compressors that Andy and I are running, but nonetheless offers a bit of a different solution, I think. Let's get on to the built-in ones. All right, so next is the built-in compressor that Andy has in his car. Compressor number 2 in this test is a single ARB compressor that's hard mounted into Andy's car. Now the beauty of this one is it's also driving his air lockers, because he does have ARB lockers in here. So it's permanently mounted, permanently wired up to the switches in the dashboard. Super easy to use. And when he wants to pump his tires up, it will do that too. And the third one we're going to be testing today is the ARB dual compressor that's mounted in my under tray toolbox. The switches are here and not in the cab, and the outlets there. Now these ones also have a dual purpose. These are hooked up to my airbags, which I do have controls for in the cab, just not a switch. So when I want to put the airbags on, I can toggle it from the cab, but I've got to turn it on here first. Again, hard mounted, not going anywhere. Easy to use, always available when I need it. This one is double the size of Andy, so will it pump up twice as quick? Let's find out. Let's talk about installation and practicality. The portable one has a tank which takes up room, which could be used for snacks, or it could be just forgotten when you go camping or when you go 4-wheel driving. The other ones that are permanently mounted, you're never going to forget them because they're always there. But if they break down, you're going to have to replace the whole unit. They're a bit more involved in installing than the portable one. You just take it out of the canopy or out of the back seat or wherever it is, plug it onto the battery, and you're in business. So this is how we're going to work it. Andy's running 35s, I'm running 33s. We're going to let both down to 10 PSI, then we're going to put each compressor on each one and pump it up to 40. Put the time on the screen and we'll see which one wins. Then, once we have a result there, we're going to let the tires back down to 10 PSI again, and we're going to put the Tracks, the Indflate 4-hose system on there. We're going to see if the 4 hoses can pump up the 4 tires faster than doing them individually, and is it worth having that 4-hose gadget? Is it more hassle than it's worth? So without further ado, these will go down to 10. Let's get started. Whew, bit slippery in the driveway. All right, so that's the tires there down. I've pre-filled this tank. I turned the compressor on. It took about, I suppose, 2 minutes to fill the tank up. So the tank's full. This does have a little screw-on valve, which I don't mind, and that is saying it's at 10.6 PSI, so pretty close. So what I'll do now, let's turn this on. All right, and start. Go. Two minutes 56, and that's at 40 PSI. So now I'm going to do the same test on the 35s. Again, they're at 10 PSI. That's at 10.9, so this camera will show. Let's get our stopwatch out. We'll reset. Let's go. So let's see what this one does. That was 3 minutes 50 seconds to pump from 10 psi to 40 on a 35 with the portable air compressor and a tank. So now let's move on to the single air compressor in Andy's car. All right, let's go with the ARB single compressor that's in Andy's car. I've hooked up the ARB Air Inflate. Now, we've had to put chocks behind Andy's wheel because his handbrake doesn't work real well. The Land Cruiser handbrake things. All right, let's get the stopwatch going. Let's reset that. We'll put this on. We are at exactly 10 psi. Loving it. All right, let's go. All right, so that's 3 minutes 33. You got 40 psi on the 33s with the single ARB compressor. Let's go and try the 35s. So this is Andy's 35s at 10 psi going to 40 psi with the single compressor, and start. 40, stop. All right, so that was 4 minutes and 41 seconds to pump the 35 from 10 psi to 40. In a race, the single air compressor is nowhere near as fast as the portable with the air tank. So if you whacked an air tank in this, probably be about the same time, I would imagine. All right, let's get on to the dual. The dual ARB, it's at 9.5 psi. Let's get our stopwatch going. Here it is, reset. 40, stop. 214 for the dual on 33s. So that's the fastest that we've seen, as you would expect. All right, let's go to Andy's 35s and we'll do it again. So dual compressor on Andy's 35 from 10 up to 40, go. There's 40, stop. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to pump from 10 psi to 40 on 35s with the dual air compressor. So that's nearly a full minute faster than the portable one and the single ARB one. So that's, well, it should be, because they're a 600 or 700 baht compressor. But this one would be 5 years old now and going really well. All right, so that's that test done. Let me explain to you what's happening next. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get the Max Tracks, the Indflate. So this is the 4-hose version. So I let all the tires down initially with that. We're going to do all three again, but I'm going to do all three 33s this time. We'll do the portable with the tank, we'll do the single ARB, and we'll do the dual ARB, and we'll have the ultimate result. We've got all 4 Indflate hoses hooked up to all 4 tires on the 33s. We're at 10 psi. So if we look at what it did, so this is the portable one with the tank. On 33s, it took 2 minutes 57, so say 3 minutes per tire. So that should be 12 minutes. It should take this to fill up all 4 if it's going to work like that. I think this is going to be faster, but I could be wrong. All right, I'm quite excited about this. And start. 40, stop. All right, so that took 14 minutes and 34 seconds to go from 10 psi up to 40 with the Max Tracks Indflate. It's probably the same time as it would be to pump all 4 individually, but you have to get the air tank full first. So, it's pretty similar, to be honest. Let's try the single air compressor. We're at 10 psi again. Let's go. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, right. I might have to bail. I'm going to pause this and come back. 40 psi. Stop. We got there. All right, so I'm going to call it 16 minutes, which is still slower than the portable one. All right, let's air down. We'll get the twin going. Finally onto the twin compressor. This time from the ARB fitting, a little chuck in the middle into the Max Tracks, the Indflate. Just going to turn it on and it'll start. So let's get our clock ready and go. Bang on 40. All right, so 9 minutes 30 for the dual air compressor, 10 psi to 40 on 33s. All right, let's talk about some results. So the portable one, 33s did it at 257. The single ARB on Andy's car did it in 3:33, and the dual ARB in my car did it in 2 minutes 14. This one actually came second, the single ARB came third, and my dual came first, which you would expect the dual to come first. For the 35s, the portable did it in 3 minutes 50. The single ARB did it in 3 minutes 41, so it was faster than the tank, and the dual ARB 2:48. So dually again won, but the single this time beat the portable, so they swapped. So the Indflate on the 33s, this pumped it up in 14 minutes and 34 seconds. Wow, it's really started raining again. The single ARB in Andy's car pumped them up in 16 minutes, and the dual ARB pumped them up in 9 minutes 30, so they were substantially faster. Kind of glad I got that finished just in time. So, in conclusion, what do we think? Well, look, there's pros and cons to both. I think the Indflate, let's get rid of the Indflate first. The Indflate, I don't think it's necessarily faster, but I do think it's easier. Maybe because I'm an old fella, bending down and plugging them 4 in each time and doing it all separately. You do it all at the start, plug them all in, and you can just stand there and pump your tires up pretty much the same time, maybe a little bit faster. If we look at the numbers of, let's talk about my car because that's the one I'll be using it on. The dual compressor pumped my tires up in 2 minutes 14. So times that by 4 is 9 minutes. And the Indflate did it in 9 minutes 30. So it took an extra 30 seconds, but you'd lose that on the setup. So it's about the same time. Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons for the rest of them. So this one's very portable. It can go into any car, anytime. If it breaks down, you buy a new one, you've no setup, you literally plug it in. But every time you want to use it, you've got to get it out of the canopy or wherever you've stored it in the back seat. You've got to open the bonnet, you've got to plug it in, and then you've got to start it. With the ones that are hardwired in, literally, you just turn them on, you're ready to go. Other advantages to them are in Andy's car, it's running the lockers, and in my car, it's running the airbags. So they have a dual purpose. But you've got to fit them, you've got to have a spot to fit them, and if they do break down, as Andy's did, he had to buy a new one about 2 months ago, you got to fit it. So pros and cons of both. What one would I choose? I like the one I have. I like the dual compressor. It's hardwired, it's mounted, it does the airbags. I do like the Indflate. That's just easy. That's just for me. That's what I like. Anyway, drop a comment in below what you use, what you prefer. And I know it's first world problems. We can spend hours just pumping our tires up or camping. Who's in a rush? But I just like to get things done when I want to do it, want to go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you like this sort of stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.